Welcome back, winter once again. Put on your warm fuzzy sweater, 'cause
This is your host, Christopher Bowen, on another episode of Fire of Liberty.
snowflakes fall gently.
Alright, it is absolutely wonderful to once again be alive and well today, as we are constantly absolutely destroying, disintegrating, and just absolutely loving the fall of tyranny all over the world. We just love to see those weak-minded, slave owners just trying to hold on to their power, just trying to grapple on to their medical enslavement, to their terroristic agendas, to their depopulation agendas, to their major... it doesn't work. It really doesn't. You can fiddle around all you want, but it literally doesn't work. And here's the exciting thing. There's so much goodness and fighting for the light, and it's so good. It's like it doesn't even matter how hard you fight now. You can give it your all, and that's the cool thing, because not only are you giving it your all, but we are giving it our all. But that's the thing, it's like it's the size of light is so light, because hey, even here's the truth, and here's one great example in our history. Jesus loved his enemies, and I love my enemies. Hey, I still see goodness in you. I still see that light that shines, because you're not gone. You're not totally far gone. There may be, a little misunderstood, just a little poisoned. You've been given GMOs and given a bunch of, air toxins and all this stuff. You can still be healed. You can be rejuvenated fully, completely, better than you are now. Hundreds of times better. Thousands of times better. Mentally, spiritually, physically, your soul will be rejuvenated and revived in ways you didn't even comprehend before. You're going to be living in an age of prosperity that is so different from what you currently understand. It's going to be absolutely renaissanceistic. It's going to be a level of awe and just topsy-turviness that you didn't quite understand. And that is because we are obviously not alone in the universe. And this is what's going to be actually revealed in the secret space programs in a positive way, because this is, for one, an opportunity for us to commune across the planet with each other in a more positive way. Secondly, it allows us to commune with the advanced, peaceful extraterrestrials that have been visiting us, that are actually probably here, that are here on Earth right now amongst us, who are actually, want the best, the betterment for mankind, who have seen us grow from infancy 14 million years ago. And that's a long time. That's a long time to watch civilization grow. And you can bet they're... no pun intended. This is absolutely just lame pun. And I apologize in the future when we're living in the lights of victory that I use this lame pun, but I'm going to use it. You can bet, their bottom dollar of all those advanced civilizations that, they're not going to just let us go just because... they're not just going to let us go. We have so much potential. So we have so much potential of how much change we can create for our own destiny. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And how much we have a part in playing. See, that's where, ultimately true men and true women rise, because we know the power of God that's everywhere and everything that is, and that's also within us. It empowers us to, say, honestly, it's not that big of a problem. It is. Oh yes, it's terrible. We are on the verge of almost instigating wars. We are on the verge of pretty much, the globalist stranglehold that just want to be kept on us. But hey, let's just focus on the positivity. We have so much spirit. We have so much goodness. We have so much passion for the betterment of humanity in us, that spirit alone is what allows the very divine will to kind of flow through us and kind of allow that, that reign of higher consciousness to kind of work through us, work in our level, work in our voices, work in our minds, work in our hearts. It's an actual thing. Because, hey, when we say, for example, which is the truth, hey, I wanna create peace on earth, but not just for the surface world, but I wanna use the will towards I do in this now moment to, create peace on earth for the surface and through the inner earth and through the hollow earth, through all those subterranean cities, through the Agartha network, through Telos, and through the entire Shambhala network, through Shambhala the lesser, Shambhala, that great galactic society. I want to build a library that mirrors the library of Pathologos. I want to build massive cities that are beautiful, crystalline cities with gems. I want to build fountains with waters that's alive and has consciousness and sings. I want to build, I want to, have nature grow around me, have nature grow to massive sizes and have beautiful magnificence about it that constantly, continuously puts human beings in awe of the perfection that we are of God's image all around us, like is what's in the inner earth. That type of, that peace, I don't care how much you hate me or hate this guy or hate this thing or hate that thing. Oh my goodness. Just that feeling of peace and just that willingness to drive towards it. Oh, it's greater than anything you can offer. And that's the wonderful thing. It's about good people. For example, like Trump, he's like, I don't want your money. I don't want these bailouts. I don't want these bribes. I don't want it. And the globalists are in a furious fit because that's how they got their control. That's how they finagled their way into politics, into the government. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore because we're now run on freedom. We're run on positive free will. We're run on prosperity, and we live and feed off of, or we feed for goodness. We live on. We have so much energy. It's like we don't even know where it comes from. But then again, at the same time, we do know where it comes from because we are the force of good, and it feels good to fight. Of course, it feels good to fight evil, for one. For two, I mean, that's kind of what we're bred for. That's like the awesome thing about waking up and being alive and saying, hey, that's a bad guy. and then he's like, and here's the thing, he's like, and here's the thing. It's like, it gets you, like, honestly, it's interesting because it's like you get to this point. These guys are trying to kill us. And like we've never killed anybody in our lives. Of course, what we respond in is a non-violent way. Like we can actually turn this whole thing over in a non-violent way. And so then we say, hey, my non-violent will to create peace on earth is more powerful than your violent will to kill, steal, and destroy my family, my culture, my U.S. Constitution, my prosperity, and, the will to do good for all men on earth, for all women and men on earth. It doesn't matter how much, misery or how much. It's all that matters, or not all that matters, but, we are really awakened. We're really alive. I mean, there's no way to doubt that. I say that because, hey, there are beings that have been alive for hundreds of thousands of years that are living on the sun and come and go as they please to different parts of the galaxy, different parts of the cosmos. And they go to the stars like we can go to the grocery store. They go to the stars faster than we can go to the grocery store. They do things. They have a different lifestyle that's completely different. And that's what we're stepping into. We don't have to. And that's the next thing. That's actually where human destiny is going. Our lifestyle is not going to be spending our lives working so we can be sustained at where we are. We're going to spend our lives at a higher state of being and then working jobs because we're at a higher level of existence. It's like the entirety, and that's why we see so many beings like Roger Stone, who's done amazing work with his incredible book, Making America. I suggest everybody gets that. So I'm not pestered with questions that are answered by that book that Roger Stone spent a lot of working on and a valiant effort working on. I'm not gonna. I mean, the energy that comes from these great beings, Donald Trump, David Knight, Alex Jones, Leanne McAdoo, Rob Dew. I mean, these are incredible individuals who have, are important in paving the way, but we are important more than that. I mean, of course, I mean, this, and then some, of course, all of those that have been fighting for liberty, who have been behind the scenes. You've been awesome. You've been wonderful. You've played a key part, and just understand that you play a bigger role than you can ever possibly imagine. And the cool thing is, whether you're aware of it, actually the cool thing is, if you're not aware of it, it just makes that end, it makes Passion the Finish Line that much better, for one. For two, if you are aware of it, it just makes fighting for liberty and destroying evil that much more fun, and it allows you to help create the finish line for us, which is actually being paved by God. It's like imagine you are like, okay, let's imagine we're like alive right now. So there's a 60-year-old man, and there's a there's a 500-year-old family who's been watching over you, taking care of you, and you've always been nurtured in their arms. 500 years old, and they're young because they have parents and grandparents that are 1,500 years old, and they have parents that are 4,000 years old, and they have parents who are 10,000 years old. All right, just imagine that amount of love. We can. That is exactly how spectacular God's love is, and I kid you not, that's the truth, and it goes beyond that. See, we're so well watched, we're so in the right for not only supporting Trump's inauguration, but really understanding how it resonates with our very minds and bodies and souls. We are in victory so deep. There is absolute beauty in how we can actually create our own reality with our own minds, with our imagination. All right, there's no other. I know. I mean, God wouldn't have it any other way. His creation is allowed to create what it wants to create through Him. With His will, with God's will. God is saying, I want you to be peaceful and be prosperous. I want you to have everything from heaven onto earth. The never-ending prosperity and never-ending supply of heaven is yours. So be it. And we're like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I think I'll be heavenly. I think I'll take up that mantle. I think I'll continue to support the truth, and the pen is mightier than the sword, and I think Trump has a very mighty pen, and he's definitely writing a lot of prosperity, which is, supporting the principles of, he's supporting the principles of the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Goodbye. Goodbye, tyranny. I bet they're flailing as I'm saying these words. They're just... It's hilarious. It's fun. I love winning. And we are winning over and over and over and over. And even the victory of winning gives us the ability to have more energy to win some more. And we're not even like battling the globalists anymore. We're just like taking the stairs. And you're like, okay, yeah. Okay, that's, yeah, mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Islamicists, that's a real problem. Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, you have an obsession with death. Well, we're not going to live to only be 80 anymore. We're going to live to be hundreds and hundreds of years old. We just broke that paradigm. All right. We are endowed with greatness. So we are endowed with love. We have love to love, and love is endless. It is infinite, and it's cool because we get to have this wonderful playground for our children, and we can watch them grow to be 300 years old, 400 years old, as we grow to be thousands of years old, and it just continues on infinitely. It's beautiful, and you are beautiful. I love you all. This is your host, Christopher Bowen, and I love the world and all that's in it. I love you guys. Take care. Good night.